Yo! Can't hear him. Why can't I hear him? You're muted. Can't hear Jarrett.
Yeah, no, I gotta mute myself. Sorry, I mute myself when I do my intro stuff. It's coming in, man. We are hot. Yeah, coming in hot here. All right, working. You know what I mean? Like, see, look at hockey. He's got the server rack behind him. You know what I mean? He's a fully certified system administrator now.
You keep dreaming.
Man, what's going on, guys? What's going on? We're just working, doing some more stuff here. How's everybody doing today? Let's see who else we got in this. See what we got in here. We got Automatic Beats, Crypto Craig, Dumpster Fire, Gamey Smoky Dan, Overbore, Rich Borgia. I don't think I've seen you before, man. What's going on, man? How's everybody doing? I know I've seen Second TL in here. Big 8 Mining. Okay, I've never seen you before. Welcome to the channel. Tommy Coin, of course, Mr. Chuck Danger, man. What's going on, everybody in the chat? Patch those panels. Oh man, what's going on? The Toxic Miner, how you doing? So, actually, I had a couple topics for today because we're gonna be a little more organized than we usually are, which is usually not at all. So usually we just kind of do whatever. So let's see here. Let's find a good subject to talk about. Like here, what about Neoxa, man? Is anybody doing nodes? Anyone doing master nodes?
I got a bunch of nodes right back here, bro. What's going on? A few hundred.
What about you, Hawk? Are you trying to do a master node? Are you going to try to do a Neoxa?
I was thinking about it, but honestly, man, right now, like these 3090s and 3080s are so cheap, bro. Like I'm kind of going after them right now. I think they're going to be the play, dude. I'm telling you.
He's an authorized 3090 reseller. Hey, what's up, DJ Mines? Thanks for becoming a Kingsman, man. Appreciate the support, man. Thank you, DJ. Appreciate it, man. Much love. Toxic Miner says he's sending his Neoxa to iNodes till he gets enough to run my own. So I was talking to the boss, and I mean Chump Change. We were playing like some Rust, I think. Was it yesterday or was it the day before? I don't remember. But I had put some Raptorium into iNodes and I never got it back. Like it just disappeared. Like I thought about it long and hard, man, and like I'm making like 350-ish Neoxa a day. You know what I mean? Give or take. So I put it in iNodes, and I swear to God, dude, I will burn your servers down if you lose my Neoxa. All right. So I put mine in iNodes as well. I'm also playing Rust, right, to try to accumulate more. I'm mining Dynex with my 6700s and 66. Well, actually, not 60, not my 6600s, just the 67s. And I'm trading the Dynex out, and I'm converting it over to Neoxa because it's obviously the most profitable thing to mine right now, right, for GPUs. So I'm going kind of big. I want to get the Neoxa master node. I think it's worth it. I think gaming in general, like in the bull run, is going to be pretty key. You know what I mean? Like proof of game stuff. Things. Stuff with games and blockchain. I think is going to be pretty big. Same with AI projects. I think they'll be big too. What you guys are saying here? Big 8 Mining says I'm mining towards the last little bit of Neoxa I need for a node. All right, well, legit, man, nice.
DJ, I think the proof of game stuff is going to work because they're going for mobile gaming now, and I think that's going to be big, man. Mobile gaming is huge, especially with kids.
Well, the next implementation for Neoxa is going to be Fortnite, which is a huge game with kids. You know what I mean? So I don't see them getting off. And hey, if people think that Rust isn't popular, dude, I was playing there like 3 nights ago when there's 160 people, dude, and I was getting annihilated. All right, like I finally got my I started building stuff. Like I was gonna start building satchel charges, and then as soon as I get the materials, this dude just bombs my house with like 10 fucking rockets and kills me. It was epic. I'm like, how did you know that I was about to start killing people? It was crazy. DJ asks, where am I trading? I trade my Neoxa on Trade Ogre, which is a very great place to trade because you don't have to KYC. Mining King doesn't endorse that, but hey, you do you. All right. And
All right,
thank you, Burn, for the membership, man. Welcome to the Kingsman. For all you new Kingsman members that are joining, you guys can get access to my vast AI guide that I've developed. I'm also going to be doing one for TensorDoc because, dude, TensorDoc, dude, that thing is blowing up. Hey, this guy spot redded me, right? Like most of my rig, he spot redded me for the rest of my resources. And one of the 3080s, hey, you know what I was making an hour for like 3 hours? 32 cents.
yeah, it's a lot.
Dude, I was killing it, man. Dude, TensorDoc making way better money out there.
Yeah, it seems to be like Vast AI seems to me like it's a like entry level, right? Like if you
It's
can
like
get it and you're comfortable, then you go for like the big dogs, and that's dope, man. I'm happy for you. I'm glad you're making a lot of money. I'm pulling 100, and I think this week I'm going to be like $120 this week. It's crazy. Vast is just killing it right now. Passive income after $120 after power. Mess with me. I put like 2 more rigs on.
yeah, Vast. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm making good money. So what I think my strategy is going to be sometime
Diversify.
this week is so I have like 4 or 5 rigs that are verified. Everything that's not verified, I'm pulling off Vast, right? And I'm moving it all to TensorDoc. And then I'm gonna do like a comparison, right? Like 30 days of TensorDoc versus Vast AI. You know what I mean? Which one makes more money? You know what I mean?
So Robert Burton, what's up, man? Good to see you.
How you guys
So,
doing?
all right. So I've officially stood up 2 Proxmox already. So 247 and 244 are now online, my brother.
Nice. Yeah, I just put them in the cluster and I updated them. I still have to put PF sense and then trunk the public IP down into the Proxmox. So and yeah, I still have to do all the networking there. So but yeah, no, man, it's going good. I had a little issues though. I finally got the one node that was giving me problems in the cluster finally got removed. So that was I had to manually go into the config file of Proxmox and delete it.
Did you get the one that we had a problem with before? Number 5?
Yeah, that number 5 one, that server is just like it's just like acting up all the time, and I don't want to risk it. When if I have to reboot that thing, I don't want to wait a half an hour for it to like come back. So I just
Right.
took it off. We'll just use it for parts, or we'll just I'll fix it the next time I
You want
come
me to just
down
to
there.
shut it down, or did you shut it down?
No, because I can't. I don't have control of it. So just before you start turning stuff off, make sure you plug in the monitor and it's the right one. Okay.
All right, I'm just gonna wait then.
Don't turn one off that's actually supposed to be
All right.
on.
All right, 244 is up, so I'm gonna go to the next one.
All right. All right, look at that, man. See, look, working while we're streaming. All right. So here's a question I got for you, Hawk. We've been talking a lot about these bigger end cards. Usually like 3090s and 3080s, 4090s, you know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So this is a question for the chat too. I'll put a poll up here real quick. If you had a choice to get a GPU right now, because look, I know there's NVIDIA fans out there, and I'm kind of going on the lower end of the spectrum. If you had a choice between a 1660 Super or a 6600 from AMD, what would you choose? And why?
Okay, you're asking me that question too.
Yeah.
What were the GPUs again? Sorry.
1660 Super or a 6600? We're going low in here, like more, low
6600 all day
wattage.
long. 6600 newer card. I'm with the 6600 all day long. In my opinion. The 1660 Supers, man, they're gonna these old. I know everybody wants to keep these cards like going and going and going. These cards are gonna die out, man. They're gonna die out. Like I think next bull run, you're gonna see a lot of people phasing out of the 10 series cards. Like
Is there any particular coin that you would mind with it?
a 6600. I mean, if I had any, I sold my last 6600 XT rig today, actually, to Mr. Overboard Tech. Thank you, sir. I don't know. I mean, I would stick to more the ProgPow and Kapow algorithms because they seem to do very good on that. But I'm gonna be just Team Green, man. 3080s, 3090s. That's just gonna be
Look at
me,
that.
bro.
He's just
All day long.
No more Team Red and over there at Hawk's place, man. Look at that.
At least not for now. At least not for now. Maybe I'll make some. Maybe look at like some 7,000 series down the line. I don't know. We'll see. But I want my GPUs to be, to do both. I want to do that, machine learning when it's ready, and then switch over to mining. You know what I mean? I want to be able to do both, and you just can't do that right now with AMD at the moment on a lot of these marketplaces. So, that's kind of where I'm at.
Yeah, exactly. Let's see what these guys are voting for right now. I just want to do some low end cards here. Okay, we have no votes for the 1660 Super. No votes. I mean, they're both kind of on the low end card. I don't know. I mean, I wouldn't compare the 3060 to the 6600 really, because that's kind of like in a whole different realm a little bit. But use it until it dies. Gonna expand into 512 megabyte cards. Rachel Mike says the old school cards. Yeah, I like it. I like it, man.
He just did a video mining with a 2 gigabit card.
Yeah.
2 gigabyte card, excuse me. So
I'm trying to remember what card I had, man, back in the day. It was like 64 megabytes. And I had an AMD Athlon that was like 700 megahertz. It was... Oh, that's like what I used to play like CS like 1.3 on. Oh, man. Let's see here. I've been... go ahead.
No, I just like I said, I think the 10 series cards are gonna phase out, man. Like I think we're gonna see some older generation cards still do pretty good, because I was talking to Panda, and he says that there's some new BIOS mod now for the RX 580, because he bought like 35 of them from me. You know what I mean? And yeah, so Panda? We'll see.
Yeah, I'm waiting, dude. Where's my BIOS mod, man?
He says he's got it. There's a new one out for like Kapow coins. So it'd be interesting to see like when he loads it up on one of those 580s.
Now he's putting them on blast. Now he's gonna have to make a video.
I mean, he said it in the chat with all of us there. I mean, private information. Overboard Tech 1660s are 20 series cards. I mean, yeah, I guess so. Yeah, I mean, I have that 11 gigabyte 1080 Ti though. I'll be honest with you. I think just solely for the VRAM, I'm going to keep that one. I have a lot of 2080 Ti's and 2080 Supers, so I don't know what I'm going to do with those yet. I think the 2080 Ti's will still be pretty good as far as mining is concerned, because they got the higher VRAM. But we'll see. We'll see how it goes. But okay, I am pretty much going to be all team green for the most part.
Are you going to be just like getting big, like more dense cards for like the AI stuff? And then
I'm going to go high density on the cards, man, like 100%.
And if you want to mine with them, you'll just disassemble them out of the AI rigs and just put them back on mining. I'm honestly curious to see, how the two compare. You know what I mean? Like in the bull run, right?
I mean, has this? I might be really late to the party here, but has Hive West? Can we put the 7900 XTX on Hive West now? We can? Okay, because I heard it was a while ago. I think Second TL was telling me that they couldn't do it. I think it was a couple months ago. So.
Yeah, you can.
Yeah. Or it wasn't like showing up or something. It wasn't working, or I don't know, something like that.
Really?
Yeah, like it didn't work. It didn't work initially.
Oh yeah, I mean, they were waiting for kernels and stuff like that, but I think it's good to go now. So.
Nice.
Yeah, no, it should be. I think you can mine it, as well as they also support Intel. Need to work on a video for that. My Intel rig has been completely just off.
Yeah. So I got an S19 K Pro 120 TerraHash coming in the mail. I'm excited about that. That's going to be dope. I'm going to go plug it in at our facility. If you guys didn't see the picture that GPU Risers put on Twitter, I reposted it from my account and the Terra account. Check it out. That's one of the major facilities that we're in, and it's pretty dope. It's really, really dope. Can't wait. Mike was like, dude, like Just like staring at this wall is like motivating me to work right now. And I said, yeah, I mean, I get it 100%. So, but it's good. It's good. Patrick and that profile pic. Yeah, Patrick's got my old album cover on his profile pic. What a dick.
This guy.
So, but yeah, man. I think the 3090s are a steal if you can get them under $500. I think 3090s are a steal, just a steal.
Yeah, under 500 is pretty good. I got mine for I think like around like 350 or so. So
yeah, you got that dude was desperate. That's what that dude was.
That's the kind of guy I'm looking for, man.
I'm with you, man. I'm with you 100%.
I don't know if some of you guys seen my Goodwill find that I had on that I put a short on. I got it. I got it hooked up out in the garage right now. It actually boots up. It actually gets into Windows, even though it's like a spinning Rust, so it's like really crappy. But did some research and stuff like that. So yeah. So the goal for that rig is I'm gonna build it as cheap as possible. I'm gonna get my initial investment back, right, from the machine. You know what I mean? What I paid for it. And then I'll give it away. I'll do it like a charity. Like I'll just give it away. I'll do a live stream as soon as I like within a few days after, getting the money back on it, I'll give it away to somebody. And so far it's looking like it's gonna be an i5 in there, like a 10400. If I can get an i7, i7s are kind of pricey right now, so it's gonna have 32 gigs of RAM. It's gonna have an SSD. I think actually it can. It's a Lenovo, so it's like one of those crappy pre-builts, but I think it could still do NVMe. If it could do NVMe, it'll have one in there. If not, it'll have just regular SATA. But it's gonna be a 3060 in that one. I'm trying to lowball this guy for $100 for a 3060.
So Mia in Milo Mining says, "How crypto? Have you been able to get in contact with Octominer?" No, I haven't. It's they're AFK. Everybody, I haven't heard anything. I've emailed. I don't know what's going on with Octominer, guys.
They sent out an email to all of us E10 guys, right? But when you go to your account, it still says it's processing. They said, "Oh, hey, we're going to ship this to you. We're going to give you an extra power supply and a 2 terabyte hard drive or something." But mine still says processing. It doesn't say that it's shipped.
Right.
So I don't know if that's just like because maybe Chili's not working the website anymore, so maybe he didn't mark it as shipped. I don't know. I know this though, man. Like since Chili's left, dude, Octominer and their communication with their U.S. customers has literally just done this.
Yeah, it's been taken. It definitely took a dive. I mean, I think Octominer makes a great product, man. The R8s are good. The X8s are great. I mean, I don't know where like the fall off in communication is somewhere. I mean, I still like Octominer. I still think they're a good company. They got to get on the ball with this communication with their clients, man. And even us, like even at our level, like we have clients that are getting ready to, prepare for what we're going to bring in this facility. And it's just like, I can't get in touch with these people. So, I mean, we'll see. I don't know. I mean, has anybody in the chat, if you guys have ordered an E10, has anybody received anything, any correspondence other than the email that KiiNG is talking about? Let us know because I have Telegram, emails. I'm hitting them up. I'm getting no response. Nothing read, nothing. So I don't know. It's very weird.
Yeah, it's unfortunate, man, that I know this has happened before with Octominer, but being gone this long and not talking to your customers is you can't just
concerning.
you can't just not say anything to anybody. And like, I mean, right. I put up $2,000 for mine. So like, just because I had friends at Octominer, I still paid for mine. So
yeah,
like, I just want my money back at this point. I don't even want the server. Like the first one they gave me is like I've had nothing but problems with the prototype. I don't know if I'm even gonna be able to get it working.
It's I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what's going on with them.
Yeah. Let's see here.
Dude, I've never seen this place so clean. Like, this place is spotless, bro. So for everybody that's here, I'm here late tonight for two reasons. One, I had to come and just organize and clean up and do a bunch of stuff here. We have a cleaning crew here doing like a hard clean on the floor and all that stuff. And then, yeah, because we got some big stuff happening this week and next week. So we wanted to get the facility prepped. And I don't think I've ever seen it so clean in here. It wasn't even this clean when we got it. Like, these women are just busting their hump, man. It's amazing, amazing, amazing. So it's awesome, awesome, awesome. Thank you, Gaming with Smokey Dan. I appreciate it. I want to see Hawk with a mop. I want to see me with a mop. King, can we put some music on? Appreciate it.
He's killing me. He's got to have his music on.
It's just like so bland. We need some music, man. I got to feel. Give me that like Night Riot or something.
All right.
What do you know about the 3090 Alienware PC GPU? It seems that they are the cheapest around. Just wondering why. I don't know. Maybe they're.
I would not get a Dell 3090. Oh man, that just
get a Dell anything.
That's gonna be one awful cooler on that thing. That's all I'm gonna say. But hey, if it's cheap, you know what I mean. That's what works for you. Then
so Mathing. I'm sorry, man. I didn't mean to butcher your name. You just got to look around, dude. Usually, if you buy them like 10 or more in bulk, you could probably get the $450 price. I had a short on it. If you guys haven't seen, I'll show you all the ones that I got. Yeah, I mean, don't pay any more than $600, $550, $600 for a 3090, guys. They're not worth it for that much, in my opinion. Patience, I think, is what gets these deals, honestly. Like, I message people for weeks at a time sometimes, hey man, like, let me know when you come down on the price, or I'll buy 10 of them for this price right now, like, hit me up. And yeah, so you just gotta wheel and deal, you know what I mean? 3080s are good too, though. I do have some 3080s. I picked up a 3080 Founders Edition for $375. So that was actually right with it. Scott says, are the 40 series worth it, or 30 series better money or power? Okay, so the 4090s are great cards. King 243 is up. The 4090s, excuse me, are great cards, but not for $1,700, guys. That's ridiculous. Some of these are $2,000. Like, in my opinion, you get a better bang for your buck with the 3090 if you can get it under 500. I mean, that's a steal, right? Because in the bull run, 3090 is still going to be a very heavily wanted card, and it's got the high VRAM. If you look on Vast AI, there is just as many 3090s as there are 4090s. It's very close. So the 3090 is still a very popular card. I think it's going to be into the next, big run. 3080s too. 3080s will rent too. So like, if you can get like a 12 gig 3080, titties, man, all the way. Yeah, they do rent low. The 3080s rent low. Yeah, 3080s would be more for like mining. 3090 Ti is still a good buy. If you guys can get that like under 600, that's still a good buy.
Man, I just go in like in your local offer up in Facebook, man. Just because they say like, oh hey, I want $700 for my 3090, you don't have to buy it for that price. You know what I mean? Like, no. Go up there and just say, okay, man. Like, I'll just say this. I'll start at 350. We're starting low, half. We're starting way low, $350. Like, man, you're crazy. And I'm like, well, okay, well, all right.
What's funny is when I told King to haggle like that, he's like, Hawk, nobody's gonna take that, man. I think I'm stupid. I'm like, come on, try it, and he got it. So, anyway, it's all love.
I mean, you're not gonna get all of them, man. Some people are gonna say no. You know what I mean?
No, I got this one dude in Fort Lauderdale. He's got like all 3090 Founders Editions. I'm like, bro, come on, bro, $4,000 for the whole farm. I got you right now, cash. And he's like, keeps telling me to fuck off. So, but anyway, he'll cave because he won't sell it. 100 Air says, anybody sending you guys S19K Pros to host? Yes. I have 3 orders in right now, but you can get them. I think there was a price adjustment today, actually. So if you're interested, hit me up in hit me up in Discord and we can get them. They're already on site because we share one of the sites that we have over there with someone else, and they have them for sale, ready to go, like already ready to deploy. And we also just got word that we have 104 TerraHash units that are used, but I believe they come with a 1-year warranty, King, for $900, ready to deploy. Is that what the?
I'm not sure if those. I don't. Yeah, I'm not sure about the.
I'm pretty sure they do. So
yeah, if they have that or not.
Crypto Craig says, "Are you planning on going 23090s per VAS rig or single still?" I don't know yet. I haven't even got the motherboard for the other units right now. I'm kind of just sitting on them at the moment, but I'm not sure. I'm not sure what I'm going to do yet in that front, but I'll let you guys know. 100 Air, Coastal Crypto's got some good prices. Yeah, you can order from Coastal Crypto. Endless Mining's got some good prices. If you're looking for that, I had one client send me one from Altair. So 3080 Ti Dell warranty 1 year with 420 USDT right now. Is the cooling bad for this card? 3080 Ti Dell warranty 1 year worth $420.
Hey,
I would bring it down, man.
I don't want to. I'm not gonna. You need to redo 243.
Got to redo it. Why? What's wrong with it?
There's no. You didn't put in their correct IP addresses because they don't have breakout of the internet. Slow down. Take your time.
You said to do it the way you said it. I got it.
You sure you did it that right way? Because I have no connection.
I'm plugging in the VGA right now.
No, yeah, I know, but I can't ping Google from there.
Of course, the one that I do that messes up would be on a live stream.
243, right?
Yeah, once. Yeah.
Yep. Can't ping out. Just give me 1 second. Don't do anything yet. Give me one second. One minute.
All right.
I'll just confirm. Well, I mean, it should be if I can access it from the management view. Management VLAN.
Rig Writer. Sorry, man. He says, "Hey Hawk, are your VAS rigs verified?" No, they're not verified yet. I am not as of yesterday. I wasn't verified. Let me check. I'll check right now. Actually, it takes a while to get verified, man. None of mine are verified.
Right.
All mine are rented currently. Unverified. Yeah, I'm unverified. My speeds are so much better though, man. Fucking hell. My upload speed got so much better. But yeah, no. I'm not verified at the moment. Greater Good Mining, what's up, man? Good to see you. Dumpster Fire, what's up? Scott Sheffield in the house. It's all right, rig riders. It's gonna take a little while, man. Don't stress about being verified. Just if you're getting rented, just let it ride. Game Display says no blue tick for you. I'm verified on Twitter or X, whatever, but not on Vast AI. That'd be pretty cool though. I'm gonna move on to the next one, King, while you're figuring that one out.
Yeah. Oh, hey Hawk, I already see the problem. It's okay, I'll fix it. It's okay.
What was it?
On the gateway, Hawk, you put one wrong number. It's right next to the number you're supposed to use. Okay.
Sorry.
All right. All right. We'll apply this configuration, and then it's going to work like magic. Okay. All right. Don't worry. I got your back, man. I got your back.
Thanks, bro. Appreciate it.
Oh, man.
We had some lot of stuff going on at the facility in Kansas today. Mike was out there busting his ass doing a bunch of stuff.
FA Crypto Barber says KiiNG intimidates people on his video. I do? I intimidate people?
He's mean. He's very mean. He's mean to me. He's very mean. He beats me.
Oh, I just troll him all the time. you know.
Robert says, "Hawk crypto. Let me get it right. I can't use VAST if I don't have an NVIDIA card, even if my CPU is top notch and loads of RAM. Right? Yes, you need NVIDIA at the moment. You know what gets me every time in this building, King, is when the train goes by, the whole building shakes. Sounds like an earthquake. I'm like, shit.
Oh, imagine that. The internet works now.
I mean, well, if you could talk to it from there, you should be able to. It's got to work.
Well, no, because remember, technically, I have an IPsec tunnel, so technically, I live locally on the network there. So that's one of the great things about having an IPsec tunnel.
Oh my God! Chump Change goes here for the beating. Let's get right into it. That was awesome. That's awesome, my man.
Oh, see, look at the boss, man. Look, he only comes in just to troll me, then he leaves. He's a great boss. I gotta get him a coffee mug.
Let's get right into it. It's like he waits to. Let's get right into it.
Oh, it's not that slow. Get out of here with that. It ain't that slow.
No,
right?
It's not. I'm just messing. Oh,
yeah, that's
man.
right. That's right, Chump. You're a lurker. That's right.
So let's see. How many people bought into the fake Bitcoin ETF thing? I want to know how many people bought into that. Because it did pump. It pumped up to like 30 grand. Or something like that, right?
What do you mean it was fake? That means like it didn't go through?
No,
I don't pay attention to the news.
There was a fake news about a Bitcoin ETF, spot ETF that got approved. And it like pumped the price, and then $65 million in Bitcoin got liquidated.
I like it.
Crazy.
Look at Endless. I bought the rumor.
Right.
Oh,
Mark.
man. What's going on, veteran miner? Here we go, man. Like,
what's up, Dave?
You guys want to call in, man? You guys can hang out, man. We're working on in Terra tonight. You know, standing up some proxmox, and doing PF sends, trunking all the public IPs into the into the hypervisors.
So, right here, guys, all these 10 servers here, there's all the Flux Titan nodes are finally good to go. So we're just waiting at this point for Flux to stand them up, and they're going to be getting, deployed. So all good to go. Let's see. As I've seen it said, no, that's too fast. Can't be. It came from. So everything's working. We're getting these up right now. I think we got, how many units we got here? Like 25? Like 25 units.
24.
You guys are done? I'll be right back. Give me a second. Take the thing.
All right. What's going on, guys? So other than that was all of my content I had for us to talk about tonight. Actually, I got one more. I'm spec mining on my iPolo, man. I've been mining this freaking Reedy coin, whatever you want to call it, dude. iPolo 140, 150 mega hash, smashing blocks. I already got like 140 blocks already. So, I just been I decided to take it off ETC, and I'm just gonna mine every ETC hash, ETH hash coin I can with that thing. So, if you guys have iPolos, you guys can mine other ETC ETH hash coins as long as the algorithm doesn't have a DAG size that's bigger than the 3.6 for the VRAM, right? So just keep that in mind.
All right, cleaning crew is done.
Yeah, 100 Air, the V1 Mini, the smallest one, the 100-watt one, the 100. I think with the new firmware update, that took me like 5 times to upload because for some reason on mine it wouldn't take properly. It was awful. But it's doing like 140, 150-ish. And I'm mining some Reed or Reedy coin. They have nodes. You need 1,000 Reed to stake on their node. And their node is it's scripted. So it's just one command, which I kind of like. So So we got an AI question here from Clint. What's going on, Clint? So what's the lowest end CPU GPU that is worth trying with? Does lower end stuff even get rented? Yes. So vast rigs are much different than your traditional mining rigs, right? Like if I have a 3070, I know exactly what I'm going to make. There is so many variables and so many different customers for vast that you can't know exactly what everybody's going to want. I have a 4-thread CPU in one of mine. It's the E5 1607 Xeon. I tested it, only 4 threads, has a 4070 in it, right? Decent GPU, 32 gigs of RAM, right? Rented, solid all the time. So it just depends, right? Like, yeah, you will get rented, but from a competitive price point, just think about this though. Like when you see higher prices, look at those people's hardware. Are they using SATA SSD or are they using NVMe's? Does that guy have 32 gigs of RAM or does he have 64? What type of CPU does he have? How many threads does he have? You have 4 and he has 20, right? Or 64 or whatever. So you have to like kind of keep that stuff in proportion for what you want to charge. Now, something nice about TensorDock is you actually make money with your threads. You charge per thread and per gigabyte of RAM as well. Vast AI does not charge for that. So kind of nice, man. I was making 32 cents an hour. I was like, oh man, I'm making that sweet 4090 money that freaking Vistang's making right there with my 3080s. I was like, yeah.
He makes crazy money with like 3 rigs. You know who built a monster rig that you guys got to check out his video is Second TL. He got 4 A5000s in this monster, like, is it I think it's a third gen.
Oh, here,
right?
You know what? Here, let's
crazy, man.
Let's
monster. Like dollars per hour. Like monster
let
rig.
me
put the link to his video, Patrick. If you're in the chat, Patrick. If you can, please.
Yeah, give me 1 second, and we'll bring up the video here. All right.
You want to bring it up?
Yeah. Let me just get all the Proxmox stuff on because I'm not trying to put everything on, on the intranet here.
It's so crazy. I'm like, damn, 4 A5000s.
Yeah, dude. The second TL, data center. You know what I mean? Standing up. You know what I'm saying? Is off the chain here. Just waiting for this other Proxmox. It's so crazy. Like 15 Proxmox server, 1 cluster. Insane. All right, let me minimize this and we'll close this. Let's go back over here and then let's go to second TLs, dude. It is, I watched that whole video, man. Dude, crazy bill.
Yeah, it's
3rd gen epic, you know what I mean? Total monster.
Gaming with Smokey Dan. How much VRAM is that? Oh no, sorry. Is he 3600 or did he mean 3060? Oh, 3060. Yeah. How much VRAM is that 3060?
So here's Second TL's YouTube channel. You guys want to go check it out? I put it in the chat. You guys want to go check Second TL out? This recent video he did here building AI POW, man. Dude, this rig is...
Yeah, it'll do good.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Gaming with Smokey Dan, the 12 gig 3060s, they do pretty good on Vast.
Yeah, I make about $2. Like I make about $2 a day on mine.
Yeah, they do pretty good.
But yeah, I mean, I just wonder. Like, I see him on TensorDock. I wonder how good those guys are doing over there, right? So let's go to the end here. You guys could each shows a.
Hey, he's got the Red Panda Collection Squad shirt on.
Yeah,
Look at that thing, bro.
Where's the? There we go. Hold on.
Later on in the video, he shows where they're. He has all of them.
Dude, look at that,
crazy, bro. That's crazy.
Dude, look at that. That thing is a monster, dude.
It is stacked, bro.
Just graphics cards all the way down.
Yeah, bro. I think it's stacked.
RTX A5000s. So he went with those because they're much lower power, as well as they don't use the GDDR6X memory. They use GDDR6, so they run much cooler, and they have about the same compute power as a 3090, but you use much less wattage. Only about 230 watts a card. So really, really cool stuff. You know what I mean? So expensive, but very cool.
Very expensive, yeah.
Total sick build, man. Actually, I have this case here. I have this case as well. My Epic is also in here. And this rig was nice right here. You see where my mouse cursor is? They have little stands that come off that bracket that hold the GPU up. So you can keep your GPUs up, as well as depending upon your GPU configuration, you could put another guard right here, like a piece of metal, and it will hold 3 fans against the GPU, so you can actually just extract the heat out. It's actually a ginormous case, but it's really, I mean, it's good though. I like it. It's a cool server case. So it's the Fantex. I know it's made by Fantex. Can't remember what the. I'm sure he probably has it in here in his video here. Let's see if he has it. No link to the case, Second Teal? No case? RPM shirt, look at that.
Yeah, boy, the Hawk Crypto Mining .shop, baby. That's the RPM shirt right there.
There you go. If you guys want to be part of the RPM.
Read the description.
What's it? Are you upset that RPM hasn't got paid? Join the RPM collection squad and help me and help Red Panda get what he is owed.
Right, baby. That's right. We busting kneecaps for Red Panda.
Look at that. Look, you even got the American and Canadian flag on there.
That's right. That's right. That's right. For sale. And it's a next level t-shirt like this one. So they fit well. I've sold a few of them. I think Iowa Crypto Mining has one and Second TL has one now. So you guys can go to hawkcryptomining.shop and you can see the
even got a dude modeling this thing.
Yeah, bro, all in, man. I don't play no games, man. Go look at the Terra hosting collection. Have you even checked out the new stuff?
Have I?
Yeah, go look at the Terra hosting stuff. Terra hosting, it's right there. It's right there on the link. No, it's right there, right above the picture.
Oh, okay.
The Terra hosting collection is dope.
I'm going to say this right now. This is the first time I've been to this website.
Of course it is. It's all right. He's not in marketing. That's okay. We got a lot of cool stuff, man.
You have a fanny pack?
Yeah, bro.
What? You have the dad fanny pack, and it's even made by a dad brand of Champion.
Yeah, bro.
You gotta be
I'm trying to get this money, bro.
Dude, this guy, he's got the Champion fanny pack. Oh my god.
That's right.
I'm dying right now. I'm dying.
That's right.
Oh.
The hoodies are really good quality, man.
Look at that. I mean, that's kind of legit. Look, the only thing I don't like is I wish this was black.
Yeah, they don't have it in black. I've been waiting for them to update it.
That is going to get so stained. It's not even going to be from your wrist and your arms always being on it, from your oils, from your hands.
They say that it's stain resistant, but who knows?
I got a cool little tumbler there. Okay, you got a beanie, you got a backpack, sweaters.
Yeah.
hat host with Terra.
Yeah. There's Max's TAS, Trust as a Service.
There you go.
So just some basic stuff. It just helps support the company and stuff. And other than
that's half a sweater.
No, that's for girls, bro.
That's half a sweater. You charge for $45. It's missing the other part. Look, it's missing like a third of the sweater.
Oh, that's for girls. I like the iPhone cases. I'm not gonna lie to you. The iPhone case looks legit.
Terra Tough. What the heck? What is? You gotta be kidding me. Terra Tough.
Yeah, dude, it's a Terra Tough phone case, bro. And with the logo on it, it's extra tough.
All right, maybe I'll buy that.
That is pretty dope, isn't it? I got the Misfit Mining shop too, with the permission of Mr. Chump Change. There's the Misfit Mining shop, and then there's obviously mine. So. All right, 241's online if you want to check it.
You made this too? Yeah. You made this stuff? Oh,
yep.
Okay,
yep.
Legit.
He gave me some cool. He gave me permission to sell the gear.
A Misfit Mining onesie.
Hell yeah.
Got gym shorts. Look at that. There's the sweater that's missing a third again. I kind of like that. I like the glass. That's kind of cool.
Yeah, the glass looks dope. Yep. Yeah. Some good stuff there.
All right, there's our shill for the day.
Yeah.
But please go check out Mr. Second TL Mining, man. Awesome content creator. Always doing vast stuff. He does a lot of stuff on Ergo too. So if you guys like Ergo, you're into that. He's always doing a lot of updates on the Ergo project. So be sure to go check him out, guys.
$241 went online.
Dude, that's so funny.
This fucking guy, bro.
Oh, I love that. That's hilarious.
Yeah, guys, the prices it's on fourth wall. I don't hold that stock. So there's I only make a couple dollars per sale. Like the prices are set by fourth wall and I only add a small percentage. So but they're quality stuff. Everything's quality on it. I only use the best stuff that they have. Like the next level t-shirts, ask Second TL and ask Iowa Crypto Mining. They're really, really comfortable. I'm wearing one right now. This is the Octominer one. So as you can see, I got this one custom because your boy is getting back in the gym, baby. That's what's up. Gonna get right back to it. Pow, 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 pow.
You know me, I only shop at Walmart.
I was gonna say Target, but
oh, whoa, no, that's way too expensive for me. It's either the Dickie shirts or nothing. I just like how thick the fabric is. It feels so soft but tough at the same time. Like I can work in it. You know what I mean?
You strike me as a Duluth trading kind of guy.
I've never been there. I've heard of it, but I've never been there.
It's actually really nice clothes. Not my style.
Oh man. Oh, hold on.
Who we got?
You've been waiting for this person for a long time to come on the show. He's finally coming on.
If this is Panda, I swear to God.
Oh man. It's endless. What's going on, man?
Blue Panda Mining. Can you guys hear me?
You told me to get excited and you put my competitor on the screen. Kidding. What's up, bro?
What's up, guys? What's up? How's my audio? I don't know if my audio is too good.
You're fine.
No, you're good. You're good, Endless.
All right, perfect. How you guys doing tonight? How's everything?
Oh man, we're doing good. We're building servers. You know what I mean? While we're working here, so
I love it.
Terra stuff while we're live here.
Don't feed any birds or brush your teeth while we're live, man. Don't do none of that, bro.
Man, I was just about to go brush my teeth, man. I was just about to go brush my teeth.
Oh man, look at that.
What are you guys up to? You guys building rigs? You guys working?
Putting up,
we're
putting up servers.
Proxmox servers. You got another one ready for me or what?
Yeah, 241.
Proxmox. Explain to me like I'm very new to this. I have no idea what this is. What's a Proxmox server? What is that?
It's a hypervisor.
Hypervisor. Okay. Explain to me what a hypervisor is.
You don't know. It's a way to manage the server and put different things on and programs on them, and he needs to do it remotely, so he needs a few things on these things.
Okay, here's a very basic way of thinking about it. Proxmox lets you essentially take the server and break it up into smaller pieces, right? As many as you want in any kind of configuration, right? You could have Windows on this little virtual machine over here. I could have Ubuntu right here. I could have Linux Mint over here. I could have server over here. I could have AI over there. It lets you just kind of break up all your resources, kind of like how you want to break it up, essentially. Instead of installing like a standalone system like, you know, Ubuntu across the whole thing, and that's only what you could use it for, right? So it lets you pretty much have full control over everything. If that was a easy general, you know, way of explaining it.
Oh, I understood it. I think it's very understanding. Now, what kind of uses do you guys typically give it with Terra hosting? I guess it's a good question to ask.
So right now, for either the AI or our node section, we're going to be always using Proxmox. The reason for that is because, like, let's say somebody gives us an AI rig and I just put like Ubuntu on it, like with no Proxmox. If if anything happens to that Ubuntu installation, right, there's no way to fix it other than I call him, tell him to go there and reinstall it, right? Like Hawk has to physically go there to go fix the machine. Versus if I put Proxmox on it, if something happens, I just delete the VM and I make a new one. I could do it here in like 5 minutes. You know what I mean?
So you could be in China, you could be in Thailand, you could be in Africa, and you could be doing it all the way from there, and nobody's at the facility. You don't have to spend resources for sending anybody out there. You could just do it directly from your comfort of your home, and that's it. Am I getting it right?
Exactly.
Amazing.
You have to have your networking set up for it just right, but I have it set up just right. But yeah, essentially you could. So you do have to kind of have a VPN tunnel to your network to be able to get access to the Proxmox. But I've already set that. I've already set that up so that way I can do that. So so yeah, pretty much everything that I could do all the networking from here. Like I can even have Hawk plug in a switch, and then I can. And it'll pull the MAC address, and then I can configure the switch from scratch using MikroTiks. And pretty much anything he puts on the network, I can pick it up and I could just configure it from here. So that's kind of how you want to run things. You don't want to always have to have somebody there on staff, because when it comes to like servers and like data center stuff, you know what I mean? Like, people really sell high uptime, right? Like 99.9% uptime. So, I mean, if you want that high uptime, 100% is the goal, right? That's your goal.
Yeah.
But if I have to wait for him to drive there, that's like 2 hours for him, like hour and a half, 2 hours for him to get there. Then he has to troubleshoot it, figure out what happened, and then, get it back on track, right? We could be down for 3 to 4 hours versus I put Proxmox on it and I just delete the thing and I just start over, right? And maybe we're down for maybe 5 or 10 minutes. So it kind of reduces our downtime drastically.
Of course. Well, thank you. Thanks for that explanation. That's pretty good. Hawk, let me ask you a question. Are you in Florida right now?
Yeah.
Are the servers that you're running, the racks that you're running behind you, are those the ones that you got on that video that you posted, that you got from the wife of a gentleman who was I think who
yeah. So you're talking about the cases, right? These right here.
Are those the same cases that you got from that time? Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
These right here, all these racks. We have about like 80 of these single open air ones, and then we have about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of those little ones, and then we have 1, 2, 3.
We had
4,
7.
5,
we had 7 of the we had 7 of the little ones, but somebody
our COO stole one and brought it to his house.
But that's amazing that you guys are putting it to good use, because I would imagine
they're in great shape. They're in phenomenal shape.
If you don't get it for free or cheap, you know what I mean, you're going to have to go out and spend hundreds of dollars to buy all these things brand new. You know what I mean? Why pay new for just a piece of metal for something to sit in? You know what I mean?
They're made very well. They're they have good locks on them. They were in perfect shape. A couple of them had a little bit of water damage, but we were able to clean it because it's metal. But yeah, nothing crazy. They're awesome. Yeah, we gotta. I told you the story with that, right? Did you watch that video? We got there and it was a dude stealing all the big ones. And
I didn't know this. I didn't know this.
I lost it. I was like, we only got 7, and he had them all loaded up in his truck. I'm like, hey man, give me a few of those. Like, what are you gonna take all 20 of them? Like, get the hell out of here. And GPU Riser's Mike's like, Hawk, calm down. I don't want to start fighting people in Miami. I said, I'm not fighting anybody, but I told this asshole we were gonna be here tomorrow. We're here, and he got somebody else loading it up. So we got 7 of them. And I was like, all right, whatever. The guy in the other truck was giving me a hard time, and I just told him to go take a walk. But I was messed up, man, because I told the guy that was in charge of the, facilitating us coming to pick him up, hey, we'll take all of it. Don't give it to nobody. And I get there 8 o'clock in the morning, and somebody's there taking them.
Oh man.
He didn't care.
I saw the video. You guys rented a whole entire truck and everything, right? Two trucks. Do you end up using both trucks or only one?
Both trucks.
Yeah, both trucks.
That's nice. That's nice. Well, at least you got some good use of that truck. And I was just thinking, if the wife is watching this now, it's like it really closes the circle for her because she's like, well, I wanted to get rid of all of this, and now you guys putting it to good use, actually using it. That's the most important part about it. Because imagine just going from storage to storage, not too fun.
Yeah.
But now you guys are actually using it. Man, that is nice. That's a good story right there.
Yeah, it was a good find, man. Definitely a good find. GP Risers actually found it, so we went and picked it up, and yeah, I mean, it was a pain to get off the truck. Remember getting these things off the truck? Oh my god. Me and KiiNG, man, it was back-breaking work. This whole place has been back-breaking work, man. This is like the hardest. Like, we had to rip all the copper wire out of this place. I remember you guys seeing that. KiiNG did videos, I did shorts and stuff, like ripping up everything.
The server racks that used to be in there were like made to like be like
these ones right here.
You could drop a nuclear bomb and they would still live. They're just solid steel, like at least 500 pounds. Like it took me and Hawk, two of us, to just barely get it out the door. It's heavy. Like those things are
heavy.
They are built, dude.
You see it? We still have two of them left over here.
So look, the lag bolts that go through the floor are this big.
Yeah,
in the four corners of that thing. I swear, they're humongous. I had to impact them to get them off.
Yeah, and you should see KiiNG. Like, KiiNG's like, he's like, Hawk, I've been here all day, bro. I'm like, come on, bro, we got one left. And he's like, I'm gonna fucking
hate me so much that day. It was he's just, hey, we get one more done. He's like, okay, come on, KiiNG, just we'll just do one more. I'm like, you said that on the last one, all right?
It was, bro. We were so tired, man. Like. And we had another guy that worked for us at the time that was doing a lot of the grunt work as well. But me and KiiNG had to like lift these giant things and get them out of here because I think at that time, GP Riser's Mike. He hurt his back and he couldn't lift anything like the week prior. So me and KiiNG did a lot of the like heavy lifting, literally. And we got some good money for all that scrap metal too. And the copper wire, we had 2 dumpsters for the copper wire and the metal. We got like $1,000 or something out of that. So it wasn't that bad, but it was a lot of work. But this place is a lot of work.
You see the idea from Goat? He likes the idea. You see that?
What? I didn't see it. Yeah, I know, right? Yeah.
Hey, I've actually already done that, Goat, and it does work. I made it work.
All right, 238 is up. So like here's the thing, guys. Like in all, like a real topic, real quick. Like hosting is one thing. Hosting's easy. You could do it with a hotspot and get great latency, right? This is a whole different beast, man. This place, I mean. This is a whole different beast, bro. We put so much. Me and KiiNG almost got into a fist fight right there. Literally standing right there, over like, not anything bad. Just just everybody's type A personality, and we're all tired and trying to lift things. And KiiNG's like, I'm just gonna kill you right here. I don't care. I'm just like, I'm so tired. Like, get out of my face, Hawk. I'm not doing one more fucking thing. I'm like, so, and but there's been a lot of back and forth. Getting this place done, but I think we all kind of grew closer with it too. Me, Mike, and KiiNG, prior to bringing Ben on, we got really close putting this place together because, man, this took everything, and it's still taking everything. So, but once this place is up and running 100%, it's gonna be crazy, bro. So, it's gonna be crazy, but a lot of hard work goes into this, bro. A lot of hard work, a lot of time away from family. A lot of sacrificing. None of us are getting paid right now. So this is a huge investment between money and time. It's huge. It's just huge. So, all right. You got 238?
Yeah, I'm already doing update on the repository, man. I'm already working on it. Hurry up. What about you, Endless, man? What you got going on, man? How's everything going over there?
Everything's going good. Slowly but surely growing, making sure that I don't know if I mentioned it on a live stream before, but we had a bit of a stumble, a bit of a a pickle with one of our employees. I hired a guy for like 2 weeks, and it ended up turning out pretty bad. And that was my fault. I hired the guy incorrectly. I didn't do a good background check on the guy. I didn't really I didn't do a good job hiring him. And he ended up, calling every single one of our clients. It's just saying, hey, we had a data breach, et cetera, et cetera. Bunch of lies. But we actually had to get, like actual inspections done. We actually had Yeti do a whole entire audit of the website, do a whole entire audit of just us, making sure that there was actually no data breach. But yeah, apart from that, and of course it came out fine. There's no data breach, luckily. But that was a big mistake that we made on our end, and yeah, just growing, learning, keeping on going this way. Making sure that uptimes are good, the same way that you guys are trying to go for 100%. Same thing here. We're trying to make sure that's 100% or nothing. Because if it's not 100%, the clients are not making their money back. If they don't have a good ROI, well, it's not really a win-win for everybody. So yeah, just making same thing that you guys are. We talk about this every day. We want to make sure that clients are happy. We want to make sure that we're growing, and we want to make sure that, honestly, anytime that we make a mistake like that, just grow from it, learn from it, and take action to remediate that. You make sure it doesn't happen again. We want to make sure it doesn't happen again. Some factors are impossible to control 100%, but we want to make sure that we're at least getting as close as possible to that. And I think you guys share that mentality as well a lot with Terra. I think you guys are very hardworking people, and you guys really understand that it's client first. Client is always right. Client is always first, and if not, then I don't want it. We don't want it.
That's why Hawk deals with them. No, I'm just kidding. No, I could be a people person when I want to be, but yeah, no, it is hard to hire people. You know what I mean? Because yeah, it's always that risk, like that person's representing you, right? You and your company. You know what I mean? And it's hard to. They're not going to treat it as nice or as good as you would, right? Because it's not theirs. They don't care about it as much as you do. You know what I mean? So it is a hard thing to trust people. I will say that. You know what I mean? And it's just part of the process. The hardest thing to do though is to hire somebody else though, and trust them 100%, right? Because you've already been burned once, but you have to treat everybody like equally, right? Like as a being trustworthy. And not thinking that this next person's going to screw you over.
Yeah,
you always take a risk though in business though. It's never it's not 100% preventable. So you keep an eye on. I mean, I do the same thing in the restaurant business, right? You keep an eye on people, and you try to do the best vetting that you can, but you're never going to be. It's not bulletproof. I had this talk with you the other night, unless we talk a lot one-on-one, and it's not 100% bulletproof. You know what I mean? So don't spend so much time trying to figure out who am I going to hire? Who's this? Hey, look, sometimes your gut instinct is usually right. So if you had any doubts when you hired that dude, then that usually your gut instinct is right. So go with your gut, and you're going to make mistakes. Just like you said, learn from them and keep it moving. Like, don't slow down, all gas, no brakes. And if the people can't keep up with you, leave them behind.
Hawk, I have a question for you, or even KiiNG. Whoever wants to answer this question, but let's say there's a little Timmy in the community right now, coming out of college, coming out of high school.
I got a question. How many people know the YouTuber who that comes from? Because I know it, and I know DJ knows it, but I know you two won't know it because
I have no idea.
He's a YouTuber for something that is completely not even relevant to what we're talking about. Does anybody know where Timmy comes from? Because DJ does. If DJ's still here, don't answer it, DJ. I know you know the answer.
I thought it was South Park.
No, it comes from a YouTuber named Rudy, and he talks about buying and selling vintage, and selling magic cards in bulk, kind of like stock. Seriously, he calls them little Timmys. He's like, yeah, little Timmy over here, he's gonna go buy, a whole box of this or whatever. He started that.
Little
yeah,
Timmy.
see, look, DJ said it too. See, Rudy. Yeah. So most people don't know this too, and I'm gonna say this for five more seconds is if you buy magic cards and hold them in the whole boxes, you know what I mean? They actually appreciate in value. Just saying. They're like a savings bond almost. I have like 40 booster boxes just sitting in my closet. I'm just gonna hold for like another 10 years.
Little Timmy. Well, I took it from DJ. But that's good to know that it comes
Alpha
from Rudy.
Investments. That's Rudy is the guy who runs Alpha Investments. But yes, Alpha Investments. You're right, Retro Mike. That is the name of the channel. But Rudy is the guy's name.
So, Endless, what was your question then about Timmy?
Little Timmy comes out of high school, of college. He's a young 20-something-year-old Timmy. And he wants to get into the crypto, like me, yes, like me. And he wants to go into the crypto mining community. And he's looking at, these companies, Endless Mining, Terra Hosting, all of these companies that are here. And he wants to give one of them a shot to work with them. What would you say Little Timmy has to do in order for them to consider Little Timmy as a good employee for that company? What would you tell Little Timmy to focus on mostly? What would you say it's the right path for Timmy to take for Timmy to actually score that job that he wants to work with Terra Hosting? Boom.
Well, in what aspect does he want to work?
He wants to work with you guys.
How?
Hey, Mr. Hawk, I'm looking for a job. I'll swipe your floors. I don't care. I'll clean your toilets. Give me something. What?
I hired that guy.
Come on, man. Tell Little Timmy what to do. Tell Little Timmy what to do.
I'd give him tasks. I would give him tasks. I would, hey, clean, learn from, follow Shadow King around, and all that stuff. KiiNG's department is the most important department in our company. It's kind of like a field training officer at a police department. It's the most important position in the company. So, because the field trainers train the guys out on the street, right, to be cops. KiiNG's department is essentially that department here. So if I was to send Timmy anywhere to learn, I would say, hey, look, you know how to work Twitter. I don't have to tell you how to write an email. You need to go learn what he knows. You need to shadow him around. I would have him focus on that side of the business. Because me, look, I'm in marketing, right? I'm in marketing and management. I know very little of what he knows. Dude, this is as far as I've ever gotten with a server. I'm fucking loading Proxmox on a server. I didn't even know what the fuck Proxmox was like 6 weeks ago. So you know what I mean? I would tell him to go over there. So GPU Riser says if they can survive a call for 30 minutes with all of us, they're in.
Yeah.
Good answer.
And then here's another thing Patrick Murphy says is be available. Right? Like, hey, 3 a.m., the servers are down. Like, we had a kid that used to work for us. And I'm not going to get into the situation. We had to let him go. But there were times where I called him at, 2, 3 o'clock. Hey, everything's down. Go figure it out and call me when it's back up. And he would get out of bed. He'd rush over here and he had to be at work the next day. We all give that same level of dedication. We wouldn't ask anybody to do what we wouldn't do. There's been times that KiiNG would call me or Mike would call me and everything's down and it's a disaster at 4 a.m. And I got in the car and I'll drive 2 hours to get here. That's the kind of level you have to be at. So I guess a short answer to that question is you got to find somebody that matches what we're willing to do. You know what I mean? No compromises. You want to get in, you get in early with a company and you work, you can build yourself up. When a company builds, you build with it.
Got it. So somebody who understands your mentality, somebody who fits in with what kind of somebody who's willing to work with you, somebody who's
There's an old saying that I learned a long time ago, and some people are born with it, and some people are not. It's either you have killer instinct or you don't. Now that's figuratively speaking. It's either you have that engine to work and hustle, or you don't, and you'll know exactly who has it and who don't.
I love it, Hawk. I love it. Well, hopefully Timmy out there is listening to this right now, and hopefully Timmy in a couple of years, is going out to Terra, and Terra has some opportunities out there. Same thing with Endless, same thing with all of these companies that are growing right now. They're coming out. Right now it's just, we're slowly growing, but I'm telling you, I have a big feeling on the next bull run, we're all going to be in different positions. We're going to be looking back at this and we're going to be saying, wow, we were talking about that back then. Now we're actually in it. Now we're actually living it. So hopefully, little Timmy has some hopefully we just open the doors for little Timmy to know that, we're here for them.
There's a client of ours. I don't know if he wants me to let him know, but his son is about 17, 18. I think he's gonna be 18 years old soon, and he's expressed coming to work with us and helping us out and learning, like, you know, what's going on in here. So it's more me and Vistang's department. So I've considered it to let him come in the summertime when he's out of school. Right now, there's not much for him to do in here because everything's out of here at the moment. But this place is going to start filling up again with servers and a bunch of AI stuff. So I think when there's time, when we're ready, we're going to bring him in, because in the generation, man, you got to be careful. Like, his dad's a worker. He's a client of ours. His dad's a worker, so he comes from good stock. So I think I've considered hiring him on and bringing him in to, you know, teach him the business, have him work under KiiNG. You know, his dad doesn't live too far from here, so they can come hang out here when they're, you know, when he's working and stuff. I have no problem with that. He's in the chat right now, but I'm not going to put his business out there unless he wants me to. So,
well, that's good to hear. That's very good to hear.
Okay, so Detroit Irish, it's his kid, and he says, "Hawk, you can blast me, LOL." He knows Proxmox too. All right, hey KiiNG, 236 is up.
All right.
So,
I mean, for me, it's a lot of the time I find, at least like with people now, well, that I've run into a lot of people nowadays, is like people don't want to work anymore. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They don't want to work long hours. They don't want to do like hard work. You know what I mean? I was down there for 30 days straight every day when we first opened the doors there. Yeah. I mean, this is like, I'm that way. I'm that kind of a worker, and I'm not leaving until it's done. So it's like, I expect the same from you. And just know that, like, whenever I would teach somebody or tell them to do anything, it's not anything that I wouldn't do myself. So that's something I kind of learned, you know, back from my galvanizing plant when I was a foreman there. Like, I used to have young people we get from like Labor Works, right? Like, man, I got the shit job. I got to do this. I'm like, hey, like 10 years ago, dude, I was doing your shit job, and now I'm up here. So it's like, it's just what you got to deal with. But, you know, it's cool, man. So I'll come down here and I'll work with you for one night just to show you I can do what you can do. No problem. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
so
I agree with what you're saying, KiiNG. I really do.
You know what makes this company really good is that there's no clink in the chain between me, KiiNG, Mike, and Ben at the moment. And now we have a new guy named Frank. He's in now. So there's 5 of us in Terra right now. There's no clink in the chain anywhere. If we argue, we have a problem, or that we disagree, we all have the same mission. So, like, you know, I'll call KiiNG and say, "Hey, KiiNG, I want to do this. What do you think?" "Hawk, that's stupid. I don't want to do it. It's too much work." "Well, I think it's going to bring in good business." KiiNG goes, "Fuck, man. All right. Well, we're going to do it this way because it's going to kill me if I have to do it by myself. You got to help me." "All right, cool. How do we do it?" And then vice versa. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We complement each other. What KiiNG does, I have no fucking idea how to do. What I know how to do, he doesn't. Mike is the same way. Mike's an attorney. He does all the legal front end stuff, front office stuff. Me and KiiNG have no idea how to do none of that shit. So we all kind of have our positions and what we're good at. And that's key, bringing in people who know and have different skill sets. Because I'll tell you right now, like, if we had to pay for somebody in marketing, it would be insane, right? I have a marketing background. Then you have, you know, to pay what KiiNG's doing would be insane. To pay for counsel, it would be insane. To bring in somebody to look at investors would be insane. Like, so it's, you have to echo each other, man. You got to play on each other's strengths. Just like when I had to lift up those blue things because Mike couldn't do it.
You know, it's I look up on what you're saying right now, and it's on my end, since I'm the only owner of Endless Mining, and for me, it's what you guys are having. I wouldn't say an easy time doing. I have to hire everybody for that. All my legal work, I have to hire an attorney for. My accountant, I have to hire. I have a full. He's not full time, but he's a part-time accountant. Everything else, it's a higher job, you know. So it's great that you guys have that synergy between you guys, and you guys are all able to complement. And I think it really does work. I think it really does work. Is Hawk, you know, you do everything marketing. KiiNG, you do everything computer-wise, and then, you know, we have Mike as well. Everything that has to do with a number, with with
attorney
the
number.
legalities. I think
Yep.
it's a great synergy that you guys have. It's really cool. Really good to see
You need
another
it,
team
man.
work
You
like
need
that.
it. You need people. You need people to be on the same page. We're all on the same page. I mean, look, we all disagree at times. Like, it's not perfect. Nothing's perfect, you know. But I have a particular. What did Gaming with Smokey Dan say? Where is it? He goes, "Funny you say that, as I have a very particular set of skill sets, or a very particular set of skills. I will find you." Nobody knows the movie. Terrible, 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 terrible.
What was the quote one more time?
I have a very particular set of skills. I will find you.
And I will kill you.
Come
I
on.
don't know.
Oh my God. I need to do another live stream with just movie lines and see how we can do like voting and stuff and see.
They all say Taken. Is that it?
Taken, yeah, Taken, yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot. Look, yeah, T-Gig. I did see your DM, by the way. I will get your Radiant to you. So yeah, little update on the Radiant pool. I need help with the Linux stuff, guys. I know Retro Mike, you said something. I need to reach out. I just been working with him today, so I'm busy. But I don't know if the pool is going to come back or not. I actually just, if somebody wants to split the pool with me 50-50, I'm down. Like, I'll pay for it, but I only know so much Linux. So when stuff breaks in the back end of mining core, I literally have no idea how to fix it. You know what I mean? I actually have to like start researching. It's like I got kind of way too much going on. So if somebody wants to run it with me, I'm totally game with that, and you don't have to pay for anything. I'll pay to run the pool. Yeah, I do need help, Retro Mike. It's everything's broken. The ship is sinking, and I'm dragging it out of the lake right now. All right.
At least it's not in the ocean. It's in shallow water.
Here you go. Here's this thing here. He's like, no, this thing's like, hey, if you need help, King, I know sudo app upgrade. God. Except you forgot to put the -y, so that way you don't have to hit the yes symbol when it comes up. If you put -y after that, then you don't have to hit yes. Just there you go. Another little secret for you.
All right. I'm on the last one. Is there any more we have to turn up, or do you want to keep going?
That's a lot. We only have one more. You sure?
Yeah, one more on the list you gave me.
No, because it says to continue going down the numbers. From that point on, just go down systematically down. Just those are numbers I needed to get picked up, and then the other numbers just go straight down from there in a row until you run out.
Left anyway, so it's not that bad.
Yeah. Look at that, man. We got Hawk working tonight, dude.
Tomorrow, for everybody, tomorrow I'm going to be on an episode of Around the Blockchain. So make sure you guys tune in. I think it's at 3 or 4 o'clock. I will be on another episode, which is pretty cool that they invited me.
I'll have to tune in. What's it called? Around the Blockchain? Is it a live stream?
Yeah, it's a live stream.
I never heard of those guys, so I'll have to check them out.
Yeah, they got like 20,000 subs. Not bad. So anyway, Endless. What is the next step for Endless Mining?
We want to become a marketplace. You are a
marketplace.
Well, I want to become an actual marketplace. We are transitioning from being the ones who sell the miners to the ones who, let's say, quote unquote, broker the miners. So we're allowing suppliers. We want to allow vendors to sell on our website. So basically, we would be the U.S. company who guarantees the deliveries. We would have an Endless Mining stamp of guarantee behind the deliveries, and we would ensure that everybody who buys a miner is 100% protected, just like an Amazon, just like an eBay, but just for crypto miners themselves, anything that mines cryptocurrencies, and just basically allowing everybody to say that again.
You're gonna do GPUs too, then?
Well, yeah, the idea is really to allow people to it would be great to allow at a point everybody who wants to just sell there, just like an Amazon, just like an eBay. Anybody can sell there as long as they're registered, they're properly, they have their LLC, they have their everything. But it's a long process. We've been working on it for months now, and I have two guys developing this right now. My two developers, Gabriela and Santiago. Big shout out to you guys. They've been developing for a long time now, a long time.
I see. You're talking about an actual marketplace, kind of like something like Dreams Escrow, right? But you're talking like a legit like
Amazon
marketplace, like eBay or something like that, but just for miners. Okay, that's legit, man. I like that, man. That's a good idea. Now here's a question, because now we're gonna get into like the business technicalities here. What happens if, like, we'll just say Hawk, he screws me over, right, little Timmy? I buy an ASIC from this guy, and he sends me a package full of rocks. Like, what happens there? What happens there? Does the endless mining marketplace cover? Ensures that, or how is that all going to work, right? To protect everybody, because it's gonna. I mean, insurances and stuff like that are going to be expensive. I would think, right?
Yeah, great question, King. There's always two sides to one story, and I mean, we started by selling miners, so now, three sides to one story.
There's yours, his, and the truth.
Yeah, there's always three.
Okay, for now we'll keep it as two sides to one story. So we'll get both stories. We'll decide. There's going to be a whole entire process of actually figuring out who's at fault, and of course, if the vendor's at fault, the funds are not released until X amount of days after the miner has already been delivered. So you as a client, you'll have your days, just like Amazon and just like eBay, you'll have your days to make sure that the miner's working properly, that you actually got a miner that's functioning right. And of course, if you are an honest person and you genuinely got a broken miner or you got a box of bricks, well, we're gonna be telling Hawk, hey Hawk, listen, you chipped a box of bricks. Well, we're keeping this money and the client is getting his money back. The other way around, if you are not an honest client, you said you got a box of bricks. Well, Hawk took a picture of that miner. He has the serial number. He has tracking. He has signature release. He has everything to make sure that he is not shipping you a box of bricks. Well, then you're probably, if we find out you're probably a bad client, you're not gonna get your money back, and you're gonna be banned from buying any more crypto miners. But that's basically how we'll make sure that, it's exactly like Amazon, exactly like eBay, exactly like any other marketplace that's currently offering you any sort of money back guarantee service, just like that. But it's a long process, King. It's a very long process.
I would imagine.
I thought it was going to be much simpler than it is. We've been doing it for maybe 2 months now. We've been just going at it, just on and on and on and on and on and on, just going back and forth with meetings and just fixing errors. And there's so many things that go into developing a marketplace.
Well, the insurance, if you want to guarantee that, I mean, I would look at the structure of like OfferUp and look at the structure of eBay and Amazon and see what you can look these things up and see what they are. Insurances are expensive, but you can get like a third-party company, right, that integrates with your marketplace. Yeah. So when a customer purchases it, if something happens to the order, they have to go through them. You know what I'm saying? Just like Amazon, they use Assurion on a lot of stuff. So what you do is there's a checkbox when you check out. Yeah. You check it to insure with Assurion, and if there's any issues, you just call Assurion, you give them the order, and once they check that box, when they check out, it like divides, and part of it goes to Assurion, and they get the order and they save it in their database. That might be something better rather than having endless mining insure the transaction. You know what I'm saying? You go to a third-party insurer. Yeah, that's what I would do.
I get what you're saying. I get the endless mining guarantee is basically saying, like, if you're a vendor, we want to make sure that your client is actually receiving what you advertise that you are selling. That's the guarantee right there, that you're gonna get what you paid for. If you don't, money back guarantee, and the guarantee really comes from, we're holding your funds as a vendor for 1 to 2 weeks after the miner is delivered. So your funds are not released to you for the sale for 1 to 2 weeks. We don't know how much. I don't know exactly how long it's gonna be.
I mean, your funds are retained. Maybe like 72 hours after delivery. You know what I mean? And hold it to make sure that the buyer doesn't, send pictures to confirm or whatever. Kind of like Dreams escrow. You know what I mean? Like they hold it in escrow. That might be a good idea too. You know what I mean? Because if something goes wrong, you won't release the funds. You have to, pending an investigation. So
it's very similar to Dreams escrow as well. Yes, it's very, very similar to that.
Idea, but you should have a backup insurance that people can buy just in case. It might not even cost you that much money or any money actually.
We actually already reached out to Assurion. they don't want to insure crypto miners. If you buy right now,
that's crypto mining rigs. You just got to put crypto. Yeah, it's hardware.
AI computers.
Yeah,
AI servers.
Computers.
You got to get creative. Don't use crypto miner. Don't use that.
We gotta figure out a way to insure them. That's for sure. Yeah. But there's so many details about this that it's just once you start getting into it, once you start writing this stuff down, it's like I think of Jeff Bezos as a different person after all that work. Honestly, it's a lot of work, a ton of work that needs a lot of thinking and a lot of smart ways of smart thinking. So, but yeah, it's where I'm trying to lead over.
This thing says that this is the best way, but it will cost the most is to insure it yourself. Which means you'd have to have working capital to do that kind of stuff.
Exactly, but keep in mind, if we're not like for example, right now on Amazon, I believe it's a 2-week time that they hold your funds after the delivery is made. So you have to wait a total of 2 weeks after delivery is made to get any funds from that transaction. And that gives them the warranty, if that makes sense. That gives them the insurance, right? I don't know if that makes sense. That's the insurance itself.
Yeah.
233.
Okay. Hey, Hawk.
Yep.
Oh, you're just saying the last number. Okay. I know what the next numbers are. All right, you don't have to say them.
Well, no, I'm just letting you know that 233 is up. It starts there, and then it goes down.
Yeah. And then this thing says no insurance company will touch that stuff. I would just say they're AI data computers or whatever, however you want to word it in that way. I would word it that way.
Yeah, 2 weeks is a little bit of a long time. I kind of agree with DJ. Maybe 72 hours, maybe. After delivery, get a chance, after that, and you tell the customer that because you might run into some legal issues holding people's money for too long. So,
yeah, the thing is that it's not 2 weeks is what Amazon does right now. And
really?
Yeah, the thing we sell on Amazon and on eBay, and that's about how much Amazon takes to give us the pay. And not only that, they only pay every other. I think it's every other week that they do payments. So you could be stuck with your money for about 3-4 weeks easily.
And the bad thing is too, sometimes people return stuff on Amazon. They don't even return what you even sold them. And then you have to file an actual complaint kind of, and it could take 60 or 90 days to then get your money to prove that the customer was being malicious. I used to do the retail arbitrage for Amazon, right? You go buy a bunch of discounted shit and then you sell it on Amazon, right? You know what I mean? I did that. It was okay money. It wasn't that great, but I'll tell you this right now: returns on Amazon favor the customer 1,000%. As a retailer, you are effed.
Yeah, I know.
That's why I got out. I'm like, F this shit.
Amazon eats it up too. They'll take the loss on some shit, and then some of the retailers will keep their money.
Well, it's not really Amazon because most of the time, if it's not being sold, because look, everything that's Prime isn't necessarily sold by Amazon. That just means it's locally stored in the warehouse that's distribution center that's near you, right? That's all that means. It could be anybody. It could have been my company. I would send my stuff out to Amazon. I wouldn't personally ship it. I would ship a bulk shipment to Amazon, and then it'll have all the barcodes on them. And then whenever they got sold, they would just pick them from wherever the heck they were and ship it for me. So
keep in mind, you can be an Amazon Prime seller and ship it from your own warehouse if you have fast enough shipping. They do give you an option, but it's only to select sellers. They don't give it to everybody.
Because 2-day shipping's like ridiculous. I would not be a Prime seller unless I was sending it there.
Hey, S Chang, I know S Chang is in the chat right now. I'm going to pick up those GPUs tomorrow. He just confirmed, so just letting you know, buddy. So thank you for that, and I'll get them shipped out to you as soon as I can.
Yeah, we have
Hawk. I need you to redo that last one, Hawk.
Again?
You named it the same name as the last one.
Can you change it?
I can't. I don't know how to change it from here. You can't put the same names as other servers.
Well, I probably got the numbers. What was that? 17?
Yeah. It's supposed to be 18.
All right, I'm gonna do this one as 19, and then I'll redo the other one. I thought it was at 17.
How? It's gonna be in a config file.
At least I didn't get the password wrong this time.
Nope. Let me see. Hold on. Nano. Hold on. Let me see if I can do this real quick. I had to Google it. Oh, this guy making more work for me. See if this works. This?
Yeah, it's all the time. We have that's not, you see, this is another thing that we have to learn on about, is that we have clients who return miners that are perfectly fine. You know, they just return the miner, like they buy, like for example, right now I had a client buy an S19 90 TerraHash. You know, if a client returns an S19 141 TerraHash, okay, we can sell it pretty easy, you know. But an S19 90 TerraHash, that thing is not profitable anymore. What are we gonna do with that, you know? Like there's not really a good use to it. So we really, that's a big learning curve for us, is that all the packages I'm gonna create I'm gonna make a video of how to properly install an S19, because I feel like these people, you know, they don't know how to do it, and they send us the miner back, and really it's a waste of time. It's a waste of time. It's a waste of money, and we really lose money on that. You know, it like as a seller, it really impacts you a lot.
It's the price of doing business.
It's a lot.
How long do they have to send you back the S19? Unless, how long do you give a customer?
Typically it's 30 days.
Okay.
But right now on Amazon, it's about 90 days. It should be 90 days right now on Amazon because of the holiday season. Yeah, so they can mine
like 2.5 months and then send
don't
it
say
back
it. Don't
to
say
you.
it. Don't say it. Do not say that. Do not say that. Don't say that. Don't say that.
Mining KiiNG does not endorse that. Hold on. I'm finding the endless mining store right now. Hold on.
Do not.
Second,
I'm gonna close it. I'm closing it now.
I'm gonna buy 5 miners and.
Endless GPU Riser says, sounds like you have a solid plan and execution. Doing good, man.
Well, we still gotta. I think it's gonna take us a long time to do it. Really, probably more than a year to close on this 100%. Making sure that everything is well done. We're planning on rolling out the idea of bringing vendors, allowing vendors to list on our website in the following months. Hopefully by the end of the year, we already have vendors on the website, but it's not going to be, let's say, open to the public. It's only going to be a select few vendors, the ones that we're dealing with right now, and we're going to be doing testing with that, because every time that we implement something new, we just have to make sure that it's 100%. We got everything covered, right? Because there's always a small thing here and there that we don't catch when we're doing the planning, the whole entire execution. So we want to make sure that we're tweaking everything as we go. But yeah, hopefully it works. Hopefully it does work, and hopefully it's good. You know, just like Dreams Escrow, but a little bit more on the website side and actual service that people can You know, they have an actual LLC behind it.
Yeah,
you know,
making it like user friendly and having a company backed and stuff like that. Yeah, definitely, man. I think that'd be really cool.
The same thing for hosting.
What do you think that this potential launch date here, Endless? What are we looking at here? Like end of year, Q1 next year, or when do you think it's actually gonna go live?
So we already have the basic vendor, what we call vendor management system ready. That means that you as a vendor, if you want to list on our website, that system is already, let's say it's already working. By the end of this year, we hope to implement that. It's not going to be seen by anybody. Like clients, you won't be able to see it outside of Endless Mining. Like if you work with us, you'll be able to see it. But outside of Endless Mining will just be the regular website that it is right now. And for the whole entire marketplace, I really do hope by the end of next year, you know, it's a big shot for that. But at least one more year to make sure that we have everything ready. Because remember, like this is all being coded in house. This is all like we're not using any sort of third party, you know, plugin, or we're not using any sort of software that's out there. We're doing the software in house. So everything really adding small buttons and adding small things here and there takes quite a bit of time, you know. Can you do a restocking fee if opened, like 20%? I think that is that question for me, KiiNG.
It is.
It is, yeah.
Yes, but we don't do it. The reason why we don't do it is because we just don't want the fight. We just don't want the bad star reviews. Just like Cox said, it's the cost of business. We're gonna eat it up. Most of the times we eat it up, and we're like, you know what? It's okay. Just make sure that next time when you buy a miner, make sure that you actually plug it in correctly, you know, because a lot of times I'm telling you, we get the miners back and the clients say it didn't work. We plug it back in and it works right off the bat. So yeah, but typically we don't like to charge a restocking fee. Of course, this is we're talking about Amazon and eBay, right? Especially Amazon. We got a lot of clients who don't know how to run these miners, and we got a lot of people who don't know how they work. So yeah, to answer your question, we can do a restocking fee if opened, because yes, once the miner's open, we have to sell it as used, and once it's open and used, you know, it's not the same thing as selling it brand new. So
right,
yeah, we can't charge it, but typically we don't. We will if the miners if we see that genuinely it's been abused and it's been used. Yes, we will charge for sure. Offer configuration service, so it's plug and play product. What do you mean by that, S-Chang?
I think what he means is S-Chang, that is a good question, and it is kind of hard because I mean, coming from a hosting company perspective, right? We have customers who are not familiar with like crypto mining, right? Like people who don't know. People that don't. Well, I'm just saying, especially for ASICs, because most ASIC pools you have to register for, right? You have to make a worker, you have to make an account. But I think what S-Chain is trying to mean is have them set that up in advance and then give you the information, and then this way you put it into their S21 or S19 or L7 or whatever it is. So this way, when the customer gets it, right, they don't have to actually log into the miner and type anything. They could just plug the Ethernet in, plug the power in, and it's hands off.
It's a great idea. I think it works. This is something that maybe works great on paper, but not when actually executing it. Because and the reason why I say that is because we don't want to touch your miner. We don't want to open the box, really. We don't want to be touching, like, we're not even seeing the miner here in the US. We're shipping it directly from vendors. When you buy the miner, we're telling our vendor, hey, look, this is an order that we got, ship it out. That's the way that we're working right now. We're trying to really minimize the amount of time it takes for you to get the miner. We really want you to get the miner as fast as possible. You know, we've been cutting down. We used to deliver miners in 15 days. We went down to 10 days. We're at 5 to 8 business days now. It's really, we're really trying to make sure that the service is as fast as possible, and we really want you to get the miner as fast as possible. And also, I don't know, the complications of having to set up the whole miner for you. It's a lot of work.
So
King,
okay,
Don't
check
touch
and see
miners.
if 232 is up.
yeah, that 233, I edited some files there and I screwed it up and it's down. So just reinstall it for me. Thanks.
All right, so can you see if Terra 20 is up? And I'm going to do it.
Well, I looked up a guide on how to change the name and it didn't change.
Want me to restart it?
I put it in for a reboot. So I cannot get to 232 or 233. Let me just make sure I didn't lose like my connection to the IPsec. Nope, because I see all the other ones. I don't have 232 or 233. Oh yeah, hey, I'm not gonna lie, like Detroit Irish, yeah, dude. There's been some times I've had to figure stuff out, and I will definitely start going in like the config files, and I'll start entering in stuff, man. I mean, they said in the guide that it would fix it, and it definitely did not fix it. Is 232 broken as well?
No, it shouldn't be. That's 19. I'm about to load 231, but I'm waiting for you to see if you can see it.
I cannot see it.
You can't see 19 or 18.
No.
I'll restart them and see if they pop up. I'm going to load this one up.
Make sure that the NIC is lighting up too. Make sure there's activity.
All right, 18 and 19 have restarted, and I'm installing 20.
You gonna move on to 20 before we confirm that those are even on? Because you're just gonna have to backtrack.
They'll go on. Don't worry about it.
All right, we've been going for almost 2 hours. We're at hour 47. We'll give you guys like 10 more minutes or so. You know, you can ask Endless some questions, you know, or ask me or Hawk. So your Joker says,
Oh, shoot. I forgot. Excuse me. I'm sorry. Crypto Craig had a question a while back, and I did not answer it. I did remember. He says, what do you hosters think about BTC having and the recent major difficulty increase? Have you heard anything from your clients, Endless and Terra? A lot of clients are a little concerned about the halving coming up, but the majority of them are going to push through it and wait for the price discovery. A lot of people want to transition into the S19K Pro and the S21, so I'm seeing a lot of that now. So we actually recently had a client today switch out his 95 TerraHash with a brand new S19K Pro he got from us, and yeah. So I think a lot of people are going to start switching out. Mr. GPU Risers is going to be calling in. He just texted me. Endless, have you been seeing any concern on your end with people with the halving coming up and wanting to switch out and anything else?
Yeah, especially with people who haven't been in the industry for a long time, let's say, who haven't already experienced the halving. A lot of clients are, hey, I don't want to buy that Bitcoin miner. It's not going to be profitable. After April, it's not gonna work. Yeah, so of course there's a lot of concern about it. Like in any halving, there's always concern about it. Really, the people who are buying miners right now are those who are truly believers in it, in especially Bitcoin miners who are truly believers in Bitcoin, who truly believe that, you know, it's gonna come back, it's gonna bounce back, the bull run is gonna be big. But yes, I have seen concerns about it for sure. But not from the believers though. Believers, they keep buying. They're buying more now than ever. Really, they're the ones who are putting the big orders in. They're the ones who are like, okay, S21's coming up. I want in. You know, they want in. They wanna jump right away. They're not even, you know, they didn't even question the price. How much is it? Let's give me 20. Give me 30. You know, it's.
What are you gonna say, King?
They're not coming back.
They're not coming
back. Or they
back
never
at all?
came. They're not coming up at all. Either one of them.
Patrick Murphy says, Hawk, what are they doing with the old miners, like the 95 terahash unit getting pulled? Does it get sent back to them? Customers have, they can put it on the marketplace in our Discord if they want. It may or may not sell. I don't know. We can hold it if somebody else wants to buy it and host it. It's whatever they want to do. So usually we send it back though. This particular client has requested to send it back to him, so I don't know what he wants to do with it.
It could be possible too that you during the IP address you might have punched in one wrong number. So
hold on. So
stand by.
I'm getting nothing on screen for this either. What the F, man? 19 is dead. I don't know why. And 18 says 236.
What? We've already used that one before. That's why I didn't put it in the. Or no?
No, we didn't.
Sure about? Oh. 18's 236? You sure?
Yeah.
Okay. But then the next one.
Yeah, that should be 230. That should be 233.
Should be the one that's dead, right?
Yeah, 233. Hold on.
Yeah, it's not coming up for me.
All right, I'll reload this one.
Except except this one, I did the change name file, but it didn't. Okay, hold on. Remember that we started with there wasn't a number in front of the name, right? That one's technically 17. So 233 is supposed to be the name and 18, right? That's the one that's dead right there that you just tested. 236 works. I already have it in. It's already in the cluster. The one below it is dead, and the next one below that is also dead. 233 and 232 don't work.
So, okay, hold on.
That's why I said don't skip them, because now you're going to get confused.
I'm not skipping them. I'm just trying to figure out. It shouldn't skip. I mean, I was just going down to where we started. 231 is on.
That's the newest one you just did, right? But I need.
Yeah, that's supposed to be that's 20. I put it as Terra 20.
That one's fine. The other two before that though are dead for me.
Well, no, you said there's only one that's dead. You said the other one is online.
2. So the one right above that one should be dead. The one above that one should also be dead.
This one above it is Terra 17, and that's on screen.
What's the IP number?
There's no IP number, but this one is. Oh, I see what happened. So 236 is okay. All right. Yeah, 233 is dead. Okay. 233 is dead, and then
232.
And then 231. I skipped 232. That's the problem. Okay. I skipped 232. I see what I did. My bad. I skipped 232.
Guys, I got to ask you a question.
All right. I'm going to reload 230. I'm going to do 232 right now.
I saw a picture that Vistang posted here. My goodness, that's a beautiful wall of miners. That's impressive. Is that I see that that's in Kansas. How many miners are in that picture right there?
Hey,
you know what I'm talking about, right?
Go ahead and share your screen. Share your screen. I'll put it on the display.
Let me see if I can.
You're talking about the picture we shared? Yeah, that's our facility over there.
That's beautiful. That's a beautiful. Let me see. Share screen. Oof, wait, give me a second, because I got 2 monitors. All right, let me see if this works. Want to make sure we're not sharing any information here. Let me close down everything. Sharing screen is dangerous on a live stream, huh? Gotta make sure you're sharing the right screen and everything. There we go. All right, that should be good. Check that out.
That's the backside of the wall right there. That's just a part of it. It's a small section. That's a 5 megawatt facility.
Man, this is beautiful. This is
We
beautiful.
have a couple. So we have one that we're in that's about 1.5 right now, 1.6, and then this one we share with somebody else at the moment. But
Okay.
there he is.
What's up, guys?
It's a
Oh
gabagool.
wow! Really
Hello,
Can you
hello,
hear me
hello.
all right? Yeah, sorry, I've on hotel internet, so I had to switch over to my phone, but I'm here. Oh, you guys are looking at the photo?
It's beautiful.
Yeah.
Very good picture.
This is a facility that we are in currently, and we are, I can't say too much about it, but we're in talks to acquiring it, so we'll see how that goes. But yeah, no, it's a pretty crazy facility. Those are about 2 rows that you see there, and there's, I think, 8 rows total. So
No, there's more than 8, I think.
Yeah, it's a 5 megawatt facility continuous. So I think it's like 6 megs total, but 80% everything like that. Kind of got to go down a little bit, but this property in particular also has another 6 megs that we could put on it. So we're looking at a couple different options. The next couple of weeks we should have some news on everything, but it's exciting. Very tired over here in Kansas, so got to the hotel not too long ago, got some dinner and everything, and then I saw you guys were streaming, and I was commenting a little bit while you guys were live while I was eating, but figured I'd pop on for a couple minutes.
Yeah, I forgot
how does
that.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say I forgot that we talked about. We're in talks of possibly purchasing the big place and not just leasing space from them anymore. So I forgot that we talked about.
Yeah, that. we have a full property that's right next to this property, and that's where we're running everything currently. But there is some overflow to this property. But there's just a lot that goes into these properties, a lot more than I think any of us anticipated. So that's something we're trying to figure out now. With properties of this scale, you have to not only work with the seller, but banks won't underwrite properties like this, so you have to work with them on financing too, and then you have to work with the city or the municipality or wherever it is. So it's a lot that goes into it, but things are looking good, so we're excited. But the way that this is set up is it's interesting. It's we're kind of used to containers and how containers are ran, and this property can also have containers on it as well, but the way this one was particularly built out is like a hot cold aisle, so which is good for us in the sense that we also want to host GPUs, and you can't host GPUs in containers, right? So this property can be like a flex use almost for Terra. So just been kind of working on that kind of stuff. So all while Mike's up in Melbourne working on the data center stuff, our AWS certified data center up there.
Don't say that. KiiNG might jump in.
So how does it work here in this facility? So you got a miner up there. This is I don't know how many feet this is, but if the miner goes out up there, I'm guessing you got to have a lift to go up there, right?
Yeah, there's
I was on a scissor lift most of today, banging my head into the ceiling and doing all this kind of stuff. So it's interesting, but it makes it real easy. These aisles are if you count the amount of miners, I think it's 12 per row, which is fantastic because every 4 rows you have one switch, and then it also is the same size as a scissor lift. So, it's really planned out well. The guy who designed this, and we work with him closely on a lot of stuff. It was amazing what he did here. So, very, I see you doing the math there now. But
yeah, you got 280. Holy smokes! Only in this picture. Well, I'm not even counting the third column right there, but only in this picture right here on these two columns, you got 288 miners. Holy macaronis!
Hey, KiiNG, real quick,
and it's cold in there. That's the amazing thing is the way that this is set up with the airflow. I could show more pictures. I should have probably taken more while I was there. We might actually have them, but on the opposite side of this, because this is you go ahead, Mike.
Sorry, yeah, I want to get this done. I'm getting tired. 232 is not on. What number is that supposed to be?
So right now, you've used 231 and 236. So, it's either 233 or 230. Hold on.
232. I'm redoing. But what number was that? What's the host name on that machine?
Yeah, just give me a minute. Hold on.
The other one should be back on.
We should just live stream our maintenance.
What, the 233? You're saying 233 should be back up?
Yeah.
No, it's not back up for me. When you're looking at the screen of 233, right? It should give you the full IP address, and you should see it.
That's 236. Hold on a second. Hold on. 236.
I think you just got mixed up in your numbers. 236 is fine. Don't fuck with that one.
231. Okay, so I'm redoing. Okay. What number is 233 supposed to be?
18.
Okay.
Just do that one because that's the next number.
Oh my god, bro, I'm so fucking tired.
But the guy that has this, actually, I can text a picture. Jared, if I text you something, can you put it up?
Yeah. I
Okay.
can put it up.
I don't know if you're on a Mac or whatever.
Yeah. Don't text it. Discord it. Sorry, I'm not.
Discord it. Gotcha. Okay.
No, I'm streaming from my desktop.
All right, hold on 1 second. Let me, because this will explain a little bit better.
All right.
And actually, with that, so there's actually 4 actual bays of fans, and there's 6 fans in each bay, and they do 44,000 CFM. So each bay does over 250,000 CFM. So there's a total of 1 million CFM to be funneled through that 5 megawatt facility. If that will not make your mind 1 million CFM, that's freaking crazy.
A lot. It's a lot.
Yeah, I sent the pic, Jarrett, on Discord over to you in our Terra Discord.
Okay, yeah. Hold on. Yeah, hold on. I gotta take down work here.
But yeah, kind of like what Jarrett was saying is that on the back end, this facility has bays of fans, and it's all automated, right? So like there's groups of 6 on each bay, and only 3 are on at a time, and then they switch off every 12 hours, so there's equal wear and tear and everything like that, and they're all smart fans basically. So they're hooked up. This is a picture of just the fan assembly and how the fans are wired and everything like that, and these are hooked up to just smart systems in this facility that open and close as needed. On the other side, you can kind of see from this picture, this is the cold aisle, so you can see the front of the A6. On the other end of this, if you were to look to your right while looking at this photo, there's 5 garage doors that open up, but they also open and close depending on the temperature inside. of the building, which is something unfathomable down in South Florida, right? It's always hot as hell. So like, it's like, oh, it could be too cold in a 5 megawatt facility. I never thought that was possible. But you do have to close like these bay doors, and then on the back end, on that first photo that I posted on Twitter or X or whatever it is now, you can reroute the heat to the front to kind of like maintain temperature inside of the building. It really is like a complete turnkey smart facility. So this is kind of what we've been looking for a while. Like I said, though, there's a lot of intricacies. There's a lot of different things that go into purchasing something like this. Banks don't underwrite it, so you have to be cash heavy. And then you have, zoning, you have ordinances, you got to play ball with this much power with the electrical companies, get, power purchase agreements. And it's crazy. But that's our ultimate goal, is doing something like this. Because we don't want to get a building that's like, a megawatt or 2 megawatts and then be maxed out right away. You know what I mean? Because really, when you think about it in terms of ASIC hosting, like, a megawatt and a half is what, like 400 ASICs, like around there. That's really not a whole lot. So we don't want to get, blocked right away. We want to be able to have something that we can grow into, but there's a lot that goes into it. So
how do you, if you don't mind me asking you, I don't know if you guys have it set up right now, but is it open to clients right now? Are you guys accepting new clients at this facility?
Oh yeah,
we are currently, but when you don't own the facility, you are paying a premium, right? Like you have overhead for the facility, which your lease is more than likely more expensive than the mortgage on the property.
Yeah.
So you have to, like, in terms of ASIC hosting and GPU hosting, you have to, you have your baseline kilowatt hour rate that you get from the utility company, but then you have to, average out the lease or whatever it is that you have for the property and add that to the rate again. So that's kind of where we are in the next step of Terra, is once we're able to purchase the property, then we, our overhead for that property drops dramatically. And then we're able to pass that cost on to customers while also building our balance sheet and our assets and our property and stuff like that. It's hard to make that jump. These guys spend a lot of money building these facilities out. Easily 7 figures building these things out. And so it's getting to the point where you can have capital for it, but it's been a journey. I think that's the best way to put it.
So so you guys are open to business right now. So if Lil Timmy wants to send you a miner, he can send you 1 unit. Is that possible?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
The 1 unit right now, though, it still is kind of high. It's still at 10.5 cents, and that is outrageous. I know in the terms of hosting, you know what I mean? Because a lot of these hosting companies will be able to get you down to like around 9 cents or, 8.5, but also a lot of those companies curtail. Some of those curtailments are, 15% sometimes. In Kansas, we have a 0 curtailment rate.
Nice.
So for if you're at like 90 terahash Bitmain AMP miners, then for curtailment you don't really care, right? It might go down a little bit because you're so focused, you're hyper focused on that. But with a lot of these miners, like script miners, L7s, and especially these Caspa miners that have come out, it's like it's all about uptime. Like you have to have the absolute uptime. And so we're still, if you have enough units like 25 or above, we can do 9.5. That's where we're at. But once we own the buildings, then it's going to get very, very competitive. It's going to be in the low 8 cents. And that's coming. I don't want to say coming soon, but it's getting there. This facility is like the facility that we're shooting for, but there is another facility that looks a lot like this. However, that facility is limited on power. And if we purchase that facility and we invest in that facility, our time, our money and everything like that, instead of 5 megawatts, we're going to be limited on like 1.5. And so we don't want to be in that position where we max that facility out and then we are looking for another facility. And then what, do you look for another meg or do you look for another 2 megs? You know what I mean? Because then you're you're always just like adding these small amounts in, whereas this facility will be able to give us enough breathing room, and it's guaranteed to have 10 megs at this facility. So, but it's a stretch. I mean, like I said, the banks will not underwrite this. You bring in someone from a bank and they're going to look at this property and be like, this is worth 1/20th of what you say it's worth. So it's very, very difficult to get financing for it. Like I said, you have to be very cash, heavy to be able to do something like this. But it's something we're working through. So it's, like I said, it's looking good. So we are keep persevering and pushing through it. So
Sounds
just
good.
a lot of work.
Good.
Yeah.
What about in terms of pricing? If little Timmy actually, his big Timmy dad reaches out to you, and he's like, hey, I got 200 miners, 500 miners. What's a good price that you can give Big Timmy now? What's something that you could make work out? I don't know if you guys have that set up yet. If you do, great. If you don't, well, we can leave it for another time. But I guess it would be great just in case Big Timmy is listening right now, and he's like, "Yeah, I want to bring Terra my miners." What's the best price that you can do right now, and maybe what's the best price that you can do maybe possibly after acquiring the facility? Because if you guys would be owning the facility, I would imagine, like you said, the rates go down, like you said, and Big Timmy would probably be, interested in that.
If we own the facility.
Give me a before and after. So right now, what's the best, and after, like, what will be the quantity and what will be the price, and then afterwards, if you own the facility, what would be the price?
It would have to be negotiable. If it's for units above 100, then we would have to do it would be not like a flat fee. Like we would have to do a custom quote, and because we're working with another party, right? We're paying a premium on electric, and that's how our rent is based and everything like that. So. We would have to work with that party right now to be able to do something like that, which is negotiable, right? Like we would have to work with the customer, and then we would have to work with our provider, and then we would be able to come to an agreement. But I would say for 100 plus units or 200 plus units, we would be able to get something favorable, especially because we don't have curtailment. It's 100% or 99 point whatever percent uptime because, acts of God and stuff like that. But we would be able to get something favorable. If we own the building, like this big building, then we're looking at, I would say 8 cents is a very, right around that, or for large clients, high, mid to high sevens. That's something that would be very feasible right off the bat with this. So that's ultimately what we're shooting for. That's always been like the Grow with Terra thing, right? Like we haven't ever stopped that campaign. We're not like, especially even to this day, at 9.5 cents, if we sign on a large customer, like 100 ASICs or something, there's a clause in our agreement that says, once we're able to lower it, we will lower it. Once our rate lowers, we will lower it. So it's, and we haven't taken that clause out because we're not at that point yet. But once we get to that point, we will take that clause out. Like, you know what I mean? But we're still actively lowering it. So it's still a progression. You know what I mean? It's just a long progression. Yeah.
No, for sure. Hey, but that's good. That's good that you guys are looking in the direction of lowering the cost to clients. We were talking about it with Hawk before, and it's really about getting the clients the fastest ROI possible. Because the faster they make their money back, the faster they're gonna be willing to come back to you guys and say, hey, I wanna go for a second round. I'm gonna go for a third round,
Exactly. And a lot of it is like customer service and stuff like that. Like you also get a lot more by hosting it with a company that is not going to ship it overseas. You know what I mean? There's a lot of hosting companies that, they'll offer, just say 8 cents, right? But like their plan is to send that not to the United States. And they don't necessarily think in their business plan and their business model that there's macro political issues that will, come around. But I mean, you see the news now, right? There's, every day there's something, blown up and something crazy going on. So it's like, if you can't have something here in the United States, then it's not secured, so we've even heard some people say, I don't want to name names or anything like that, but it's usually a one-way trip, right? Like if you're going to buy and you're going to host, you can get a great price, but it's a one-way trip, and like that's it. You're not going to get your miner back or anything like that. So, we're always going to be at a premium, right? Like no matter, even if we got to 8 cents or we got to 7.5 cents, there's always going to be someone that's going to be like, well, we got 7 cents, but it's going to be a business model that's based on progression, right? So like they're going to take your deposit, they're going to take your money up front, your electrical deposit of just say 6 months. They're going to roll that into more to be able to keep the cost low, but it's going to be a domino effect eventually. So it's a hard business, and because you're in it, it's a very hard business to be honest in, and it's a very hard business to sell in. And Mike knows that, because it's like, why is your price more expensive? It's because like you have reassurances, you know what I mean? But it's hard competing with companies that offer false promises. I think that's the best way to put it. So,
DJ Mines and I were on his channel a few days back, and he made a good point. He's like, "Hey, look, like I'm gonna send this miner to Uruguay or Colombia or wherever they want to send these places where they get, but if I'm sending it there, but if I lose it, I'm okay with it." Like, it's one of those things, because Mike said, like, you look at the macro geopolitical landscape, or even on a micro scale, they could have things that change overnight. Like, it's not like here in the United States where you have, we have
a constitution.
We have a constitution, guys. Like, and it really offers a lot of protections for people. And then the states have their own constitution on top of that. So it's like, these countries, they get a different leader, and it just swings left and right, up and down. Like, it's oh my god.
Yeah, we actually had a chance with Terra in the beginning. We had a customer, or Hawk. It was really Hawk's customer, and it was someone, a very smart individual, but he wanted to move miners to South America, and we could get a great rate. It was 4 cents, I think, flat that we would pay, and then we could charge customers like 5.5 or 6. It would be like fantastic. But then it got to the point where I entertained it for a little bit, and I was like just intrigued by it. And he's like, yeah, it's great. Like, we'll pick you up, like armed security, you'll have this. Then we go here. And then it's like, then you start looking at these places, and you're like, this is just like this is going to be a disaster. You know what I mean? Like, if something happens, like what are we going to do? I'm going to hop on the plane with Mike and Jarrett, and we're just going to go down there with a bunch of guns and take our facility back? No, like there's no recourse for anything. You know what I mean? Like,
I'm down, but
it's
sounds fun.
We saw this happen with Compass Mining, where they had a place in another country, government structure changed, they seized everything they had, and their clients lost millions of dollars were just seized and gone. So, and from what I heard through the grapevine, Compass has since then been restructured, and they're basically a new company now, which is good for them and their shareholders. But I mean,
not good for the customers.
Not
good for the customers.
Yeah, not good for the customers. Yeah. So, like, keeping them stateside gives you that security. In my opinion, I mean, you just got to choose.
Yeah, we never explored into. I mean, we did explore it a little bit, but we never really went. We came up with the same conclusions that you guys are coming. There's a reason why we're here in the States. I mean,
if it's too good to be true, it probably is, right? You know what I mean? Like,
no, there are facilities working right there. This thing, there are some that are working. They've been working for years. I've been following them, but it's just that, right now I think it's like, honestly, I just think it's better to keep it here for now. The prices are still, people are still making money. L7s are still profitable. S19s are breaking even right now. E9s are profitable. And it gets to a point where you start asking yourself, okay, how cheap do I want to go to, right? Because the too good to be true line, it's getting closer and closer.
Yeah, exactly.
It starts being too complicated, really, at a point where you're now shipping your miners overseas, and like, what do? You're gonna go there with guns, AK-47s, and
exactly.
Hey, where are my miners? Where are my miners? Nah.
Yeah.
So we came to the same conclusion to what you were saying. Basically.
Yep. So keeping things here in the States, I think, is best, especially for a lot of our customers. They like the idea that, like, after they know where their miners are. You know what I mean? Like, they know where it is. And if they, we had a customer today, for instance, swap out one of his older miners for a newer miner, and it's like, it's not a big deal. You know what I mean? It's fairly easy for them to do it. We're trying to streamline processes, of course. We could get a little faster with things, but yeah, keeping things here in the States is something that we've always kind of agreed on, as a business. So.
It just depends on where you want to, what's the goal for a lot of these hosting companies, man. They're cash grabs, and I'll be honest with everybody, they're cash grabs. Like, a lot of them do like fraction mining, where, oh, hey, buy 10% of this machine, and you'll never see that money back. So, I mean, just you got to be very careful with doing business that way. And hey, look, like there's a risk with this stuff. Like we're in an unregulated industry. There's going to be assholes from every direction. Like it's just, there's no shield. You just got to like, you ever see that meme with the Disney cartoon and that guy had knives like at every direction when he was standing there like this? That's what like hosting your stuff is like. Like it's just, you just got to be careful. Find a good company. Find people that you resonate with. And you know what? Like I have a client. We have a client now, one of our biggest, and he's like, "Look, man, like I pay the extra money to host with you because I know my shit's not going to get like taken away on a truck somewhere." You know.
Yeah.
And like I said, we lowered the price twice for ASICs, and the third time will be hopefully Q1, Q2 of next year, and that's going to be the big. That's going to be the big move. That's when Terra goes up here and starts competing with the bigger guys, and it's coming. It's inevitable. Be ready.
Yeah.
I love it. I love it. What are you guys working on right now? You're still setting the service up?
Yeah, I had to take a detour, but I'm back on track.
Yeah, I mean it's kind of it's like a long process. I have to like update the Proxmox, and then I have to put pfSense on there. I have to put like Ubuntu on there. I have some other stuff I do. I have to do like all the networking. I have to trunk the public IPs through Proxmox. So yeah, I have like a lot of tagging and untagging VLANs and stuff. So yeah, I won't finish tonight. I mean, I could if I worked all night, but I'm not gonna lie like that.
Slow and steady wins the race.
Yeah, more work for tomorrow. You know.
Yeah.
So,
just add it to the task list. But
are people able to order like the Flux nodes or anything like that now, or have you guys took it off and they're not able to order it anymore?
No, they're there.
They're there. All
right. I think we're at $10 right now for Cumulus. So, and they're going to be ready to go soon, as everybody can see. So,
in a matter of no time, they'll be.
We'll probably make an announcement like end of the week or something like that. Probably I'll be ready.
So Gaming with Smokey Dan says, thoughts or plans on a EU or UK facility? I know power costs are high over here, but I found a place with decent power costs. Would you look into it for those across the pond not wanting to ship?
Well, don't they? Don't you get like cheaper rates, Vistang, through your subsidiary over there?
Yeah, we can import a lot through GP Risers. We have a sister company over there, GP Risers UK. So we can get equipment over to the United States cheap. The problem is going to be, and I'll just be honest for customers, is getting it back. It's going to cost customers a good amount of money getting it back. What that equipment is worth and what they declare it worth by the time they import it back is a different question. One thing at Terra we do offer though is, if you want to get rid of equipment or you want to liquidate, we can sell the equipment and transfer it over to other customers and stuff like that. It's all, we have a marketplace on our Discord. We can transfer it to other people, and that saves you on both ways for shipping. So that's a big thing, because if you were to decide to stop hosting and pay the crazy cost to get it back into the country, then you might as well just sell it here in the States and take the money and then buy something over there. So there are customers out there that do that now. But having a facility over there, it comes down to having someone over there that can manage it, right? That's a big thing. So I don't know. We're not opposed to it, but it's we have a lot on our plate already right now. So once we get this stuff up and going, then yeah, we're going to look to expand. It's the same thing with GP Risers. Before I opened the UK and the EU store and everything like that, I had to make sure home base was set and everything was going good here. And then you can expand logistics to other countries. But definitely not opposed to it. I don't think any one of us are opposed to that.
I would love to have like a Terra hosting. I was even talking to, I was teasing him a little bit, but I was talking to Second TL. I said, hey, don't be surprised if one day I call you and say Terra Australia needs to open.
It would be nice on Terra's business side, because we have different businesses under Terra, right? We have Terra Industries and then Terra Hosting, and we are expanding, but the hosting business is going to be separate from the data center side, right? So having a ASIC hosting facility in Australia or the EU or the UK or wherever doesn't really make sense because you're looking at the kilowatt hour rate. But for data centers, it's a lot different. And you want multiple locations around the world to have different pings and, you know, everything, whether they have servers, their game servers or whatever it may be. And then the kilowatt hour rate doesn't matter all too much for that, right? Like our $10 Cumulus nodes, we're not basing that saying like, hey, you know, our kilowatt hour rate's this, so we need to charge this. You know what I mean? It has some factor, but it's not large. You know, the cost really in Melbourne is going to be the square footage, right? The digital real estate that we have inside of our data center, not the electrical cost. So if we were to expand outside of the US, it probably would be with the data center side first. But
yeah, it's just, you know, doing things simultaneously causes so much. Causes a lot, but it's worth it.
Yeah.
You get anything, King?
Hold on. What's up?
Joker Miner said, "What is the onboarding pay for the S19K miners? $200. If you don't currently have a deposit with us for an ASIC, it's $200. Yeah, that's your deposit, and then we can get you live probably within a day."
Did we get an updated price on the S19K at all?
Not yet. Waiting on it. I'll have it by tomorrow.
Okay.
So,
yeah.
All right. Well, I'm gonna hop off. I'm gonna get some sleep. It's been a long couple
good.
days, but it's good coming on.
Appreciate it, man.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
All right, guys. We'll take it easy. Have a good night. Endless, it's good to see you, man. Augustin, and we'll talk soon, man. And
right.
Mike, don't work too much there, man. It's and you too, Jared. I know you're gonna be up all night with this stuff, so
Safe flights.
But
All right.
Hey, Mike.
Later,
Mike, enjoy your hotel and your 5-star meal in your air-conditioned office, man. See you later.
All right. Yeah. Thanks, Mike. All right, guys. Take it easy. Have a good night.
Later.
Later,
All right, bye.
All right, boys and girls, we're streaming for 2.5 hours. Long stream here. I think we're gonna call it to an end because we're pretty much done with the server stack. I think we only got like a couple more. So, all right, guys, thanks for hanging out. Remember, next week is gonna be on Hawk's channel. Be sure to go check him out next Tuesday. And thank you, Mr. Endless Mining, for joining us tonight, man. Thank you, having this special guest. Man, I can't wait to see this marketplace, though, man. It's gonna be cool. Appreciate it. All right, guys. We'll catch you later.